First of all, while Pan is getting ready, thank you very much for choosing this venue out of so many options which Helsinki offers today. Hopefully we will not disappoint you with what we plan to discuss. Here, clicker, good. Yeah, that works. So why bridge to Europe, and again, if it's relevant for you or maybe less relevant, we want to, in a sense, emulate Estonia probably in their success model, because Cyprus, as you know, is not a large country, and by itself it's not viable as a startup destination, as many other places. And that's a blessing in disguise, effectively, because from the first day you need to think globally, you need to scale. Because you can't build a successful startup business in a country with, as research says, less than 50 million people. 50 million indeed, so that's an issue with Europe actually. If you consider that, there are just a few countries which can do it on their own. Even if you look outside of EU to Great Britain, we have only France, Germany, maybe Italy, although it's very on the brink of that. And that's it, even Spain is not large enough, and you can think about Iberian Peninsula, but it's two very different ecosystems. They are not the same. That's why Spaniards either scale to LATAM or start, consolidating as European markets. So that said, we thought that the best value proposition, best offer would be not only help Cypriot scale, which we happily do, with the help of Research and Innovation Foundation, whose chairman is here with us, and again, whose director is here with us today, and thank you Theo once again for doing that, and also choosing this venue over others. But make Cyprus an attractive place for people from other places to come and build their business in Cyprus, having European Union in its sights. And today we have already an acceleration program going on. Again, with the help of RIF, we have 9 companies in this program, and some of them already come from outside. We have companies from Korea, from India, from close neighbors, from Greece, but still. And that value proposition, we see that it's really interesting for companies who want to do business in Europe, and it's very logical, because if we reverse the table and I want to do business in Korea, probably I would need a Korean partner. Same goes for them. They don't understand what's happening here, same as we don't understand what's happening there. And this is our value proposition. We actually know very well what's happening in Cyprus, what's happening in European Union. We have a great support from Research and Innovation Foundation now, with non-dilutive funding. And another thing that we do, we're opening Founder Institute Cyprus chapter next year, so we launch it in January. And foreign founders who will be joining our program will have a benefit of being also Europeans and having a gateway to the States at the same time. Yeah, for those who don't know what Founder Institute is, probably there are some people, although it's quite a long story, and they're here since 2009, for 16 years. In terms of numbers, I think it's the largest acceleration program globally for early stage seed companies, mostly pre-seed and seed. 100 countries, 200 cities, 20 billion in valuation, 2 billion money raised, and that's all Founder Institute, and that's all part of what we are becoming with AAlchemy next year. So what we actually offer in acceleration with scaling in the EU, we do mentoring, and the journey for those companies is quite well structured, I would say. So what they do, submitting, conducting review, receiving their offer, registering on our platform, joining the program, and they are immersed in 3 months of really intensive course with experts and mentors. Again, you would probably ask what's different from other programs, and the answer would be that the focus actually. In most acceleration programs which we researched and which we tried, only the best ones really think globally and really prepare companies to operate globally. Most acceleration programs focus on their home turf. So if it's launched in Baden-Württemberg in Germany, they will prepare companies to operate there. For me, it's a mistake. They are not like regional development funds. They need to prepare those companies for what they really will see in their lives and what really they really have to face with. And that's what we actually try to do. So we make them investment ready in about 3 months, getting them to the same demo day, but again, we do it differently. We don't think that demo day is the best idea out there. What we try to do is to curate investors that we have and do targeted matching for each of those startups who participate. Not like big crowd sitting out there speaking and looking at what's going on. We try to understand who can be interested in that and make the matchmaking on that level. Not putting everybody in the same big room. Similarly, we always try to help them with scaling, help them with selling, and that's also another thing that other accelerators normally don't do much. So for networking, as we wear 3 hats simultaneously, we are a business angel network. First of all, that's where our acceleration program grew out, and business angel school, which is a 3rd hat. We have quite an extensive network, and again, our distinctive feature as business angel network is that we operate globally. We don't want to operate locally. We invest across the whole Europe and in US normally. We look at other jurisdictions, but we don't now invest in countries like MENA. We try to do like GCC, but it's a very difficult market. It's like more money than opportunities, and local startups, they play a different game. They just want to get to Riyadh, to Saudi Arabia, they think it's over. Their journey is completed. And until they fix this mentality, I think it will be a difficult place to build a real startup ecosystem. So we operate what everybody does. Other guys from other places, we bring them in to Europe instead of going to where they are. So we help them to do business here. So that's our focus. And that's like entities we work with, some of them. So again, Gateway Ventures is the biggest angel network in Austria, one of the biggest in the whole DACH region. Expert Dojo, one of the biggest accelerators in US. VNTR is probably the largest venture network community. IBAN, we are members of European Business Angel Network. So again, we work with AAC, with ACA. So networking-wise, I think our accelerator startups have very good access, and Founder Institute is not even on the brand wall yet. So normally what we would do with them is equity for service. Again, not in this case, we are supported by Research Innovation Foundation, so we don't take equity from this cohort because we have EU support from them. For success fees, again, it might be not for this cohort, but normally we do, of course, success fees for funding, we do success fees for selling, and that's kind of our commitment actually. It demonstrates that we want to help you do business and share this success with you. That's another distinctive feature of what we are doing. Okay, so this is our contact information for those who are interested or got interested with my beautiful presentation. And once again, about bridges to Europe. We are not only if you are in Europe, you don't need a bridge, still makes sense to speak with us. But if you want to come to European market from other places, I think we have one of the most compelling offers on the market today. So thank you for your attention, and I think, Panis, it would be now time to ask Teo to say a few words about how Research and Innovation Foundation operates. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.